Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. You already know what time it is. It is the finale. I already watched the episode. I watched it mostly on my lunch break and then I snuck and watched maybe the last 15 minutes at my desk. But it was good. It was it was good. I could not wait to come home and watch it tonight and then do a review tomorrow. So I said, Angie, get this out the way. Y'all are already talking about it in the other comments. We haven't even gotten to this video's comments. The episode as a whole gave. The episode as a whole gave me everything I needed to wrap up the season. I did have some aha moments, like I couldn't believe it moments, but some people deserve to get read. Some people made me teary-eyed. But let's jump right into it. So we picked up right where we left off. It's Gia and Damien at the altar. Gia has already said yes. What is Damien gonna say? And then this dramatic music, y'all. First off, before I get into it, let me say this. My girl, Shanice, Sweet Smile, she was like, Angie, you should do a reaction video. And I was like, I should do a reaction video because when I watch TV, y'all, I am super loud. I definitely talk at the TV. I probably give my best reads in the moment at the TV. So the way I wrote notes today is my true reactions as I'm watching it. So of course, I can't do a reaction video on my lunch break, but I'm going to try to give y'all the best version of my reactions in this review. Okay, so now Damien sitting up here in this dramatic pause, and I said, say what? He said no. I was like, I can't believe Damien went through all of this just to say no. All this begging, all this pleading, just to say no. This is why I'm talking about for season 2. I want to see people break up right now. Don't have me going through all this, buying wedding dresses, taking off work to film for your Netflix show, and you got the nerve to sit up here and tell this woman no. It was funny though. I was shocked. I thought Damien and Gia would get married. Now, Damien and Gia get red because I believe they were hired actors. Like, I don't believe anything of this reaction storyline. It's all very C-, D- acting to me. But let's get into it. The first thing I noticed, Gia mama just throw her flowers when Damien said no. I'm like, really? Really? If you say no to my child and embarrass them on TV, I'm cussing you out. I'm throwing the flowers at you, but she just threw the flowers. And now Damien is up here trying to explain to Gia why he said no. And she's sitting there looking like, and I'm like, girl, this man has just embarrassed you. Once he said no, it ain't nothing else you got to say. It's nothing else you can say to me on international television. You have just embarrassed me. I'm walking away. It's nothing else you can say, but she gonna sit there. This dog, y'all, he does this every time I'm doing a review. He want to roll in the floor, bump all against my camera. If the camera go like this, it's him. But now, Gia's up here doing her best crying sounds, but no tears. I said, where are the tears? So now, I'm like, Damien is reading Gia, telling her everything that's wrong about Gia. And I'm like, ma'am, he does not have to read you. Just say, okay, you said no, bye. Exit. Her friends in the audience are trying their best not to laugh. They're trying their best not to laugh. And I'm like, I would have been crying laughing on the floor. And I said, where are the emotions of the crowd? Like everyone from her, and I do believe it was her family and his family, but everyone is sitting there stone-faced like they just smoked about a good 2 pounds of weed. Like everyone is just like no reactions. You telling me somebody gets jilted at the altar, no one has a reaction, no one gasps like, I mean, nothing. No one gave nothing. So now Gia takes off. She running. And I wrote down in my notes, I was like, Gia is running her ass off in these heels. Gia is sprinting in stiletto heels. My ankle would have went whoop right to the side and I would have busted my ass. And then I said, it is hilarious. It is hilarious to me. The second Gia takes off the heels and starts walking is when she busts her ass. In that white dress, got it all dirty. That dress was bad. You don't do that to a dress like that, Gia. That dress was bad. And Gia is on the ground. She's crying. Her mama looked stunning. Her mom was serving face, body. She was the best dressed mom of all the weddings. Her mom was giving. And she was running in them heels. And Gia mama never took off her heels and chased her down. Gia is fake crying, and you know when people fake crying because they got to put their hands all like this and cover their face because ain't no tears coming out. And as soon as Gia mama got there, she was like, bitch. She didn't say bitch. But she was like, bitch, you were supposed to flip this. You were supposed to tell him no, not him tell you no. You were supposed to say no and he say yes. You were supposed to embarrass him on national TV. What's wrong with you, girl? And I said, no, the mama didn't. The mama said you were supposed to flip it on him. Now you embarrassed. And I'm like, yes. She's not hurt. She's not crying. She is embarrassed. The mama now is saying, and the mama is crying, I almost died when he said no to you. I said, really, ma'am? You don't know this man. They were not dating for 5 years, and he said no. They were dating for 5 minutes. You was not about to die. You was secretly, because you just said, don't flip-flop. Don't be a Carlton mom. You just said she should have flipped it and reversed it, but now you almost died. And again, where are the tears? The mama has no tears. She covering her face. I said, where did y'all get these people from? Where did y'all get these people from? And so now they flash back over to where Damien is. And Damien is all scrunched down on the ground. And I ain't going to scrunch down like that because my knees are hurt. I done just did leg day yesterday. It is over. And the first thing I said is, Damien, get your ass up. What you doing on this ground? You the one who jilted her at the altar. What you upset for? So his friends had to come around and comfort them. And I'm like, he said he's sad because she ran. She running. What do you want the woman to do? You just told her on international television, no. She supposed to sit there and smile on your face? No. Gia is embarrassed and Gia is hurt. Okay. My husband and my stepdaughter about to come in. If they make a whole bunch of noise, I'm going to have to pause the video and come back. But let's keep going for now. So we back at Gia and Damien. They want to have another conversation. And it's an intense face-off for a good 30 seconds. They just standing there like they in a boxing rink and getting ready to box. And for 1 second, I thought Gia smacked him. But I think I just heard something in the office in the background. He gonna tell her, I almost said I do. I'm like, I almost said I do. Sir, stick to you said what you said. You said no. You ain't almost said no, I do. And so now Gia, I'm like, Gia girl, you messing up the next ceremony. Who told you can take these chairs down? So now Gia taking all the chairs down and she want to have a conversation. And then the next thing I said was, wait, what? You said, Gia said she did not want to get her heart broken. So she was doing her best to push Damien away. And she was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why didn't you just leave? I was pushing you. Something wrong with you. And I'm like, ma'am, no, something is wrong with you. If you don't want to be with someone, just don't be with them. Why do you have to push them away? That's why I think Damien, and I promise you, I don't believe anything they were saying. Their reasonings were all messed up. You just crying because he left you at the altar. Now you want to know what's wrong with him because you pushing him away. Better storyline, season 2. Better storylines. And I said, Gia, you had the opportunity to say no first because the pastor asked you first, and you said I do. You didn't have to say I do. Now, she did something about ripping up her dress, talking about I'm giving you back your bow. I want to say when they got engaged, did he take off his bow tie and give it to Gia? That was stupid. That, but that was, I didn't understand that. I didn't understand ripping up the dress and say I'm giving you back the bow, but it's almost over. Damien now says at the altar he broke two hearts. He broke he broke his heart and hers. That's not how any of this works. That's not how any of this works. And now he's like, I still want to be with Gia. I hope we can still be together. And I'm like, sir, it is over. Over. O-V-A. She does not want to be with you. Now, somebody in the comments already told me that they was on some interview. I got to go back and watch those. I think E-Entertainment videos. Something. Where Gia and Damien are currently dating. And I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. That's realistic. You go on this kind of show and you meet somebody and get married in 6 weeks. Highly unlikely. I do believe some of them, it was true. Them, I don't see it. But I can see you getting on this show and at the altar saying, let's not get married, but we could still date. I'm pretty sure the sex was good, and that's why they can't get away from each other. But we shall see on this reunion. I cannot wait, but let's move on. Next, we get to Amber and Barnett, and I couldn't wait to see Amber and Barnett because they were ones I really didn't know which way it was going to go. So Amber gets out the car. She looking all sad, talking about Barnett texted her this morning, and he said he got cold feet. He don't know if he going to do it or not. And then Amber said she started blowing up his phone and he wasn't answering, so she hadn't talked to him in a long time. And I want to say, girl, I told you so. I knew Barnett. I knew I could see a Barnett from a mile away. I told you so. But I said it's too early. Let's keep watching. So I keep watching. The next little Cadillac, whatever that was, pull up. I said, okay, Barnett is at least in the building. He is in the building. So now they flashing back to the scene of Amber talking about her Ulta card and her student loans. And I'm like, Amber, girl, I tried to tell you. I know y'all filmed this, they said in 2018. I wish you would have called me. I was trying to tell you. You was talking too much. You was talking too much about that Ulta card and them student loans. And now the mama is like, come on, girl. Come get in this dress. It's time to get married. Amber looked gorgeous. I don't want to rate the brides. That ain't nice. But I'm going to do it anyway. Amber looked the best. Amber, her face was snatched. That bun was snatched. Her dress, amazing. I don't even think that was one of the 2 dresses she tried on. That dress, it just, something about Amber when she puts on a dress, she looks really, really good. She looks beautiful. Now, everybody in the audience is like, what the hell is going on? We've been sitting here an hour and a half. We hungry. When we about to get this wedding started, the dad is not here for it. I don't know if that was her dad because he didn't walk her down the aisle. That might have been her stepdad. But he was not here for it. He was like, where are these people? And so I look over to Barnett's side of the family. His dad is over it too. He looking like, I can't believe my son got me out here. And I said, okay, at least these 2 families, the crowd participation was real. Because that's what people really do at a wedding when it's taking too long. Their stomachs are growling. They done been sitting in these fancy clothes too long. Their feet are hurting even though they sitting down. Where is the bride? Where is the groom? Now, Barnett opens up. He walks down the aisle. Okay, Barnett is standing up there. He looked like he can faint at any moment. And now Amber is in the back talking to her mama like, well, you shouldn't have to fight for it that hard. And Amber like, look, Mom, you told me to fight for it. Now you telling me not to fight for it. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. I said, Amber, if you don't walk your ass down this aisle, you know your 3 weeks is up. Who couch you gonna go sleep on next? Walk your ass down this aisle, girl. Get to stepping. So finally, Amber walks down the aisle looking gorgeous with her mom. That was sweet. All the speeches, whatever. Amber says yes. Then we have this dramatic pause, like some kind of really dramatic music that took up maybe 60 seconds, too damn long. And finally, Barnett says yes. And they are so cute. I was so happy. They weren't one of the ones that made me tear up, but I was so happy. And when they did their first kiss and I really saw the back of the dress, I said, snatched. That dress was bad. And that was it. Amber and Barnett, I love them. Congratulations. Let's move on. Now we're over to Kenny and Kelly. And the first thing I wrote down was, oh, yawn. They were so boring. Kenny was awful. I don't know what he was talking about. His mama came in there. I don't know what his mama was talking about. I did write down, it seemed like a very touching son and mother moment. Beautiful, but it was not entertaining. So let's keep moving along. And so now Kelly's in the room with her mother and her sister, and she's putting her makeup on, and I'm just like, I'm not really feeling Kelly's look. Like, I think maybe she should have tried hair up. I don't like the way she put the whole thing together. It was not glam to me. It just looked like a regular, I'm getting ready to go to work face, not a snatched going down the aisle face. And I think she just didn't look bridal. She just looked like she woke up and was getting ready to go run a few errands, but threw on a wedding dress and a veil. I ain't like it. Now the mom comes in there. The mom is lit. She says she done had 4 glasses of champagne. She ready to party. It's a wedding. Both parents love love. Both parents love families. Both parents, we know from before, they already love each other. And they both met and got married and engaged very quickly. So their parents were here for it. So I honestly thought Kelly and Kenny would make it, but let's keep going. Their audience reactions were real because the parents were shouting each other out like, hey girl, hey girl. And so whatever speech Kenny said, I loved it. I wrote down, I love Kenny's speech. I didn't write down exactly what he said because I ain't had time to write all that down. But I loved Kenny's speech. But the whole time he talking, I'm like, I wonder if she tested Kenny out. Because, you know, her problem was she can never have no orgasm. So I was wondering, it ain't none of my business, but they put it out there. So I was wondering. And that was the whole thing I was wondering the whole time. And I'm like, the emotions are real. I really liked her speech. And so now we doing all this, you know, the pastor saying everything he got to say. You say you do, you say you don't. And she got the nerve to say no. Kelly had the nerve to say no. And I said, after you done just poured your heart out in all these vows, about how much you love this man, you got the nerve to say no. And it was real. The parents' reactions was real. The groom's mom looked over at the bride's mom like, girl, you see this shit? No, your daughter didn't just tell my son no. I was hollering. I mean, I wasn't really hollering. If I was at home, I would have been hollering at the TV. But I was internally hollering because I was at work. And I was like, no ma'am, Kelly. But I wasn't really mad at it. But Kenny was pissed. Kenny was pissed. Kelly couldn't say nothing to him after that. And that's why I don't believe Gia and Damien. Kenny was not here for it. I said, I need somebody to curse somebody out. Because Kenny was red hot. And now Kelly in the back trying to explain to her sister, you know, why she didn't want to marry Kenny. Kelly is a good actress because I thought they were in love. I mean, towards the end, it was, but one thing I wrote, I said the sister, she was one of them Jessicas where without her makeup, she looked 50 years old, but that sister was snatched. I'm telling you, I ain't trying to read people about makeup. I wear makeup daily. trust and believe. I know what makeup can do to snatch a face. Kelly's sister's face was snatched. She looked at least 20 years younger. She looked good. And that's no shade. Now, Kenny is in that basement area where the wine bottles are, and he is pissed. He was like, why y'all asking me what's up next? Ain't nothing next. Why you still filming me? She told me, no, can you please get the camera out my face? Can you please get the camera out my face? No. Netflix don't give a damn. Netflix don't give a damn how hurt you are. They filmed that man. He had to sit in a chair and turn his back. And I was like, that is embarrassing. And I feel bad for Kenny, because even after not Jessica, what is this child's name? Kelly. Even after Kelly walked out on Kenny, he gave this speech, and Kelly's mom was like, damn, I really liked him. Like, I think both of them parents was here for it, and they were really shocked that Kelly walked away. And Kenny is the only one I feel bad for, and now that reunion picture, it explains so much more. Like, Kenny is not here for Kelly at all. At all. Okay, let's move on. Next, we have the couple I have been waiting to see. Jessica and Mark. I said this is about to be some fake shit before I even seen a second of footage. Just when I knew it was Jessica and Mark's turn, I said, I wrote it in my book. I said, this is about to be some fake shit. I already know. That's exactly what I wrote before I even saw any of it. But I said, I'm ready for it. Let's see what they got. Mark is confessing his love for Jessica. Still talking about... No, this Jessica talking about Mark changed her for the better. I said, better what? I hate to see you at your worst, girl. And now, her friends come in while she's getting made up. And Jessica did look beautiful. I ain't gonna take nothing from her. I ain't even gonna shade her about her age. We're gonna leave that in the past. All that shade we're gonna leave in the past. Jessica looked beautiful. In her wedding dress. But these girls come in, and I said, I knew it was going to be fake. I'm like, who are these chicks? These are not the same two females you were slamming engagement rings down on the table at the restaurant. Because that one black friend who I don't think is really your black friend, she was dark-skinned. The girl here was light-skinned. I don't think Jessica had a single person that she actually knew at this wedding. I think it was Jessica, and her side was full of extras. I know them two people sitting in the front row were not her parents. The guy wasn't even old. The guy looks younger than Jessica. I know that was not her parents. Let's move on. That's what that's my next note. I don't think there's a real person in Jessica's real life at this ceremony. I don't. And then I did throw her a little shade. I said concealer is her best friend, but she looked beautiful. I said, okay, Mark is still blind. Mark is still blind. He at his wedding day, he still don't know if Jessica loved him or not. I'm like, why are y'all here? Why are y'all here? To me, Mark... As soon as you walked in that... And why was their auditorium so much bigger and grander than everyone else's? Everyone else filmed their wedding at one location, but Jessica and Mark were at a separate location, and it was like 3 times bigger than everyone else's. But everyone on Jessica's side was fake. And to me, if I was Mark, as soon as I seen Jessica... and saw her side of the family and saw that everyone over there was an extra, he should have known what was up. But let me get through this. So his mama not here for it. His mama at the door was like, we can go right now. Like, just say the word, let's run. Me and you, we could be out. The mama wasn't here for it. Now, Jessica, Mark done walked down the aisle. They opened the doors. Jessica is standing there. I said, where's her daddy? Everybody else has somebody walk down the aisle. Where's her daddy? None of her parents came to see her get dressed. Nobody was back there It was very strange. Now I said, where are her flowers? Most brides walk down the aisle with a bouquet of flowers. Now, if she doing something new, this the new modern thing, let me know. And then I said, I bet you $50 she got gym shoes under that dress. Jessica is not about to marry this man. And let's just fast forward through it. Now, Mark, what happened? Oh, I peeped. I said, they didn't ask Mark if he want to marry Jessica. I said, why Mark have to go first? In every other scenario, they ask the bride first if you do or not. And then, they both gave some mushy speeches, whatever. Of course, Mark said yes. And of course, Jessica done said no. I don't remember why she said no. Mark is emotional. And I'm not even mad at him. You know what? I'm not even mad at him because he deserves it. Like, of everyone on this show, he had the most red flags. He had the most opportunities to call bullshit on this lady and leave. He clearly, like Gia, I didn't see the pushing away, but Jessica, every opportunity she got was pushing Mark away. And he wanted to marry this woman. Why, I don't know. So him crying, I knew he was real crying when he was with his mama because that vein was popping out. I said, Mark is hurting. He is hurting, but I don't feel bad for him. Like I felt bad for Kenny. Kenny, I felt really bad for him. Mark, I wanted to halfway laugh at the TV. I wanted to laugh in his face like, big dummy, you get what you get. And now, after all this, Jessica in the back talking about she proud of herself for turning down the wedding or whatever. And I said, get Jessica off my screen. Can I fast forward, y'all? Can I fast forward? Can we not talk about Jessica and Mark no more? I done already said, and then she not sorry. She at the end said she's sorry. She said what she said. Bye. I don't even know what they're gonna say at this reunion. I'm curious to see if Mark eyes will be opened and he'll go off on her. I don't even know. Really, I don't think he will. I don't even know why they're showing up. Like, I just want to see Jessica at the reunion. I want Amber to read her. But let's move on to my favorite couple. And this one, I had a real tear in my eye. It didn't fall down my face. It didn't mess up my makeup or nothing. But the tear was in my eye, and I had a little napkin, and I caught it. I love Lauren and Cam. I don't care how much Lauren, even on this day, was talking about she had the nerves, whatever. I knew they wedding was real because they were the only ones who had colorful flowers. People in there setting up. Everyone else's wedding looked exactly the same. Lauren looked like she was the only one who got somebody and said, look, I want some pink flowers. I want some red roses. My girls are going to wear purple. You're going to put this backdrop right here. Like, Lauren looked like the only one who was ready to get married and put an effort into her wedding. Lauren looked beautiful. And I said, Mark, when he first stepped in the building, I said, I don't know what it is, episode after episode after episode after episode. He looks better and better and better and better. Jessica couldn't, not just, who is his, it's too many men. Now I'm saying everybody named wrong. Cameron looks better and better and better and better after every episode. And Lauren cannot refuse. I already understand. It's too many people. Now Lauren, she was getting ready. I loved her family. Her emotions were real. Her conversations with her mother were real. Her real friends, her real cousins were there. And her mom, I was like, oh, mom looks beautiful. Did she dye her hair purple? Put a little purple tint in it? I don't know. And then, who came in there next? Lauren was saying something about, her mom was like, you can always say no. And I said, Mom, don't put that in the atmosphere. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Lauren put on her dress. I said her dress, her glam, and that feather thing she had on her head. tens across the board, all tens. 10, 10, 10, 10. Lauren was gorgeous. She ain't beat Amber. We ain't gonna compare, but Lauren was gorgeous. And I said more real tears. When I see real tears, when I see stuff coming down your face, I know it's real. We are not acting. And I like that. And I like what the dad said. He was like, because they had an emotional scene. He was like, "You still my baby." And he was like, "Oh, this little girl, you gonna miss me," and all that. And he was like, "You gonna always be my daughter, but you gonna be this man's wife." High five, Daddy. We got to see Cameron's parents at the wedding. I'm assuming maybe they live out of town and the camera crew couldn't fly out. You know, this season one, the budget might not have been that high to fly to wherever his parents were. Or if they were in Atlanta, maybe they were just boring. I don't know. But we got to see the parents now. Conspiracy theories erased. He ain't been raised by two black people and all that foolishness. He is not light-skinned passing. His parents look like lovely people. I really enjoyed seeing them on my TV screen. So now we open the door. There's Lauren. The way Cameron didn't shed a tear, but the way when he first saw her, I can't do it, but his bottom lip quivered. I knew it. I said, they gonna say yes. The way he looked at her, I'm like, you can't look at no man walking down the aisle, quivering his bottom lip at you, looking at you like you the sexiest thing walking, and you gonna get up there and tell him no? And he build robots, girl. Lauren ain't lost her mind. Lauren has not lost her mind. Let's get through this, y'all. And that's when I said, y'all, my fool self about to cry at work. That's when that tear started welling up when I saw that first look. And I said, these are real emotions. And I said, Lauren, if you say no to my boy Cam, it's going to be me and you when I come to Atlanta. But she didn't say no. And so she was talking about she can be 100% herself. I don't know who said it, but I said I feel the same way because that's how I am around my husband. I can be 100% myself, crazy or not, and he loves me. And it's really good when you don't have to front for nobody. And then Lauren said something else, and she said, yeah, damn it. And the pastor was like that. She's like, oh, I'm sorry for cussing, pastor. I mean, you weren't in church, but you did curse in front of the pastor, so we accept your apology. And he says yes. And he was like, being with you makes me feel thankful. And I was like, that's a good man, Lauren. I'm so happy she said yes. They did that dramatic pause. And I said, Lauren ain't crazy. One thing I know from watching, I might not know a lot of things about Lauren from this show or looking at her Instagram or nothing like that. But one thing I do know is she ain't crazy. And she said yes. And I said, I love it. It was beautiful, emotional. I liked that first kiss. And then I was like, finally, we get to see somebody have a reception. I'm like, where everybody? I mean, I know if you said no, you don't get a reception. You just got to go home. But I said, give Lauren and Cameron a spinoff show. I am invested. I am invested in their personalities. I think they can handle a little reunion show. I want to see them have a baby. Everything. And I don't even like to see people have babies on TV, but I'm invested in Lauren and Cameron. Netflix, get them a spinoff. I'll watch it. I'll watch it and review it. Now, they done put Mark back on my TV, and I said, fast forward. Not Mark. I said, Mark, next time you better love Insight. It is not blind for you. You need all of your sights when finding love. Next, I see Jessica. Fast forward. We ain't got to see Jessica no more. No more. And she got in that car, and I said I would have won $50. I knew she had gym shoes on. Next, we get to see Kelly. I said, girl, bye, Kelly. You done hurt Kenny. Whatever. Kenny's still looking sad. Whatever he talking about. I feel bad for Kenny. Next, we see Gia. Fast forward. Go back to acting school, girl. I ain't believe nothing you was talking about. Damien. You dodged a bullet, but obviously you didn't dodge a bullet because you want to continue to be tortured by Gia and her bad acting. She only want to be with you so she can continue this storyline and get some more Instagram followers. I don't see any chemistry or nothing between you two. And arguing with somebody every day over foolishness will give me a headache. So fast forward through Damien. Finally, we got another reception. Amber Burnett, they family is getting turned. I mean, they family, they probably had about 3 or 4 families at their wedding. So we knew they was getting married. All them people in there dancing, drinking, having them a good time. I'm happy for all the couples that got married. That was it, y'all. I don't have nothing else to say. I think I talked enough. This gave. I was so happy with this finale. This was a finale. This made up for that boring ass bachelorette party and bachelor's party. This gave. People got egg on their face. I shouldn't like it, but I loved it. I loved seeing Mark's fool ass get stood up at the altar because he deserved it. He deserved it for being stupid. He deserved it, and I can't wait to see this reunion. I can't wait to see. I'm going to bet 99.9% sure Cameron and Lauren are still together. I'm just going to give Amber and Barnett 50-50. I don't know. To me, it don't look like they got dressed in the same house. Because Amber was sitting and Barnett looked like he came from work and just put a suit jacket on. And what wife want their husband to be on national TV looking like that? So I'm going to give Amber and Barnett 50-50. But we shall see. I'm going to do my best next week to try to do an actual reaction video. I'm going to try to watch it on maybe my husband's iPad and record it on my phone. If it's too loud and ghetto, I'll edit it and just edit in some of my reactions into my review. We'll see how that goes next Thursday. I don't know what else to I don't really have anything else to talk about with this show. I tried to get creative this week, y'all. I tried to get creative and throw some extra conversations out there, but now we're just sitting and waiting for the reunion. But what I want you to do is get in the comments. Let me know what new shows you all want to watch next. And if I'm feeling them, I'll review them. Give me some suggestions of some new stuff to review. I kind of want to do some more love shows because I'm kind of over the Ratchet TV. But yeah, let me know. That's it. If you enjoyed this series, Love is Blind, come on and be a subscriber. It's not too late. I know it's episode 10, but it's not too late to subscribe. I'm going to be reviewing some other stuff. And if you already subscribed, go ahead, like, comment, share. We're going to have a good time in the comments. And I will talk to y'all next week. All right, y'all. Bye.